Now this has been a good round. Monster. You see that whiff punished? That's footsies. That's what we call footsies. So, after 100 games of A.B.A, we have finished at 52 wins to 48 losses. A pretty good record, and something I'm pretty excited about, actually. There's been a habit of me skipping ahead for characters that I'm excited to play on the series, and then usually I'll end up going, like, 49 to 51, or, like just barely losing, or, like, perfectly even. So, it was nice to have a character that I was excited for, that I get, like, this slight winning record for, and I think there's a couple of reasons for that. I don't think it's necessarily because A.B.A's a strong character, although Jury is definitely still way out on that. I think A.B.A is a pretty complex character underneath the surface. I think at the surface level, you know, she has this perception of being the weakest character in the game and then the strongest character in the game when she goes into jealousy mode. But I think when you have to look at the character in terms of like balance, you do need to think of the whole package, and I think she's actually sitting pretty well from where after playing her for a little bit and seeing her kind of stew in the community for this first week and a half, 2 weeks, I think perceptions are still getting formed, and I think it'll still be another month or two or few before we have any real consensus on this character. We may not like have a real consensus even until, you know, next patch time, which is really exciting. I think that's really cool. That's something almost unique to fighting games when it comes to character releases. I know, like, I played League for like a long time, and there was always the same sort of mentality. Like, you would want that first week snap reaction. The characters would have very little time to actually like develop before seeing the patch buff cycle in a game like League, and I think it's pretty cool in fighting games that they do get a little bit more time to develop and see what happens with them. In terms of A.B.A as a character, I found her incredibly fun. Her playstyle is that you start off in normal mode where you are slow, you have very limited movement, slow air dash, slow jumps. Her normals aren't the best. You end up swinging a lot with, in particular, your 5k, your 2k, and your 5h. And then when it comes to jumping normals, nothing's too great, although I was finding a lot of success with Jump D, but I think that's just the surprise factor of it. The fact that it changes your jump momentum. It's always a strong utility to be able to change your jump momentum with a move. That's pretty good. Then, through the course of playing A.B.A, you will eventually get into her jealousy mode, and this is her powered up mode, where she is tied for the fastest character in the game with Chip when it comes to ground movement. She has a much increased air dash. She has incredible range on her normals and speed. She has insane high-low potential, but it's all limited behind a gauge. So when you run out of the gauge, so you're sent back into your weaker normal form, and you have to kind of strike a balance between the two. And I find that playstyle really, really fun. When it came to my gameplay, I found out really quickly that there were a few things that I wanted to focus on, essentially throughout the entirety of the games. Some of which I actually got to, and some of which I got too distracted by having fun to remember to implement regularly. The first one was leaving jealousy mode on my own terms. That seemed really important. Even though there's like this freeze frame animation and you have some time to analyze what's going on, it is still extremely detrimental to not have access to your transformation. So the number one priority while playing for me became getting out of jealousy on my own terms. The second thing was I found that her key grab was really underwhelming as like a confirm tool. Its limited range means that you ended up whiffing it a lot, and I found it way better to use, or at least try to tell myself to only use it to wall break, or if it's a known confirm for me, which would be like 2K2D point blank into key grab. And to replace key grab in combos with the Rekko, which is really good. Actually, I ended up using the Rekko a lot in neutral as well, because the second hit can come out so fast, so even if you do like with first hit and then just swing with the second hit anyways, it's a really fast surprising low, can catch people off guard. I think the key to unlocking a lot of A.B.A.'s potential is with her more utilitarian moves. So this would be her command dash, her 214K, and then her armor move, which is 214S. And I started using these a little bit more towards the end of the 100 games. I wish I had played around with them more during the time, but I think that being able to use these in the correct moments or in the correct ways is going to be the next like step up if I do end up sticking with this character and playing her more, and I am highly considering it, because once again, it cannot be understated how much fun I had. There was a lot of giggles. The intro highlights just one of them, where I just full of giggles playing the character, getting, you know, silly Donzai moments and stuff like that. Speaking of Donzai, I should touch on this a little bit. This is the move that all the older Gear players were either excited for or dreading, depending on which side of the A.B.A. matchup you're playing. It is not as strong in Strive as it is in Plus R. However, it is still very, very, very good. It is a plus on block move with an unlimited amount of armor once you hit a certain frame, multi-hitting, it guard crushes, it can snipe people out of the air because its hitbox is extremely high up. It is just good. It is nearly in the just do it moves category. It can be whiff punished. People can get over it, but it's kind of specific who can. They need to be either fast enough or chip, which I guess he falls into the fast enough category. I think thinking about downsides when it comes to A.B.A., I feel like she's going to be a pretty polarizing character because of her normal mode. If you're looking to pick this character up, I would definitely say try her out, but be wary. You do need to spend a good amount of time playing in normal mode and getting used to it, and I feel like that's where a big fall off for the character is going to come from, because in a game as explosive as Strive, having limited movement always feels kind of bad. And I touched on this a little bit when I played Nagaryuki ages ago, but the first games I played with him, I was really struggling because of his limited movement until I figured out sort of his pattern and how he actually wants to move around the screen using his special moves. But A.B.A. doesn't really have that luxury as much. She can't be in jealous mode all the time. She can nearly do it if you're balancing your resources correctly and you are consistently opening the opponent up, but it is something you absolutely have to be ready for if you want to try this character out. But yeah, I think that's just about going to do it with A.B.A. I had an amazing amount of fun with this character. I hope to be playing her a bit more in the future, although I might stop for the near bit because Van running into the mirror match over and over and over does get tiring. Incredibly fun character. Let me know what you think of A.B.A. in the comments below, and enjoy the matches, guys. Peace. Nice 6 feet. Aha, not dead. Haha! No! I hit my fucking 2D. That's not good. All right. I'm just getting fucking counter hit now. No! Okay. I need to remember. I need to confirm into the Rekka. It was worth a shot. The double cross up, that's pretty funny. Oops. Alright, you're at advantage there. I try it again. I don't know why I keep going for it. I know it's designed to not work. Ah, it flipped. It was oddly close. That was game 50 right there.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Nice. Almost a catastrophic mess up, yeah. Oh, I wasn't. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. Oh my god, it didn't kill. Okay. Woo! They got me. Oh. Love their backdash. The backdash is pretty good. Hey, that's a game 100 win. I'm gonna take that one to the bank. Count it. By the way, in this silly ass mirror match.